So, y'all, the real question is, did Emily cheat or not? Now the game is coming full circle, okay? Because when Brennan said I can ruin you, we didn't know what that meant until now. If you guys are new here, my name is Ashley, and this is My Sweet Perspective, where I give my take on all things TV and movie related. And I am back this evening to talk about Married at First Sight, season 17, episode 21, Stepping Down from Decision Day. Now, a lot of this video actually is going to be about the after party with Keisha Knight Pulliam and her husband. And really, we're going to focus in on that second half, but I will give you guys a breakdown of what I felt was important during the episode, you guys, which wasn't much. Okay, which wasn't much. Honestly, at this point, we are just kind of watching Chloe and Michael figure it out if they're going to. And the rest of the couples, it's just so there's that. So let's get right into it. And this is a clip from the after party, just so you guys can see the space, all right? The space between. But yeah, Chloe and Michael. And so they are kind of centering in on what life will look like post decision day if they decide to stay together. And at this point, honestly, you guys, it feels like Chloe is more into Michael than he is into her. Right. It seems as though she has a clear vision on the future and the life that she wants. And I don't think Michael knows exactly where he's going to fit in that, if that makes sense. So, they're talking about where they'd want to live. They're talking about family planning. She has this desire to not only kind of have this farm, right, with geriatric animals who are in hospice, which I didn't even know was a thing. But she also wants to foster children, which I believe is so admirable, but she wants 5 at a time. Yeah, and she wants only older kids, right? Those that aren't wanted or aren't quick to be adopted or taken on, which again, super admirable. But like he said, I might be able to deal with 1, but 5, that might be far-fetched. And so he's like, I never saw myself living on a farm. Now from Let Them Tell It, the nookie is nookieing. Okay. And so they're there, they're very affectionate with one another. And so while I see her walls going down, I see Michael's coming up, and I don't think it bodes well for the couple. But y'all know, I didn't think he was going to be her cup of tea anyway. And it's looking like there may be, more differences than alignment. And so we'll see. I mean, I guess he put it on her though, because her whole attitude has changed. I mean, she's not even the same woman with him anymore. It's like, okay. I thought we got past this. I thought this was not something I'd ever have to discuss or bring up again. But alas, they're besties, you guys. Lauren and Orion are friends, and they are talking about what it would look like to be more than friends. Lauren, if you do this, I wish you well. I can no longer discuss it. I can't be a party to this criminal act if you decide to give Orion some play. I can't. I just, it's problematic for so many reasons. Now, he proposes it. She's like, yeah, I know you do. But I don't think I know if that's what I want to do, if that's going to serve me in the present time of life that I'm at. And I'm like, lest we forget everything that we've been through. And I know it's been 100 weeks that we've been watching, but my Lord of mercy, your little activity outing wasn't enough to change that. I want her to remember this look. I want her to remember this moment. Okay. That's what I wanted to remember. I don't know why we're welcoming him back with open arms. I venture to say a very, very bad decision if she decides to go forward, and I can't be in support of it. The rest of them. Now, Austin met with his roommate. Apparently, he had a conversation with Becca that didn't go well. The roommate says, well, you're doing what you're supposed to do, right? And he's like, actually, no, I didn't take accountability for it, and I miss her. And she's having a similar conversation in that, I miss him. I think I tried. That might be preview for the next episode. But, they're kind of going through the thing. But, she's like, I got to put me first. I gotta put me first. Okay. I gotta put me first. All right. Yeah, Brennan, Emily. What's so disturbing, I think, about all of this is Claire has kind of been a mastermind, believe it or not. Now, I thought the Claire that we were getting was fake just because I knew she didn't really like Cameron, right? We all knew that. But to find out the revelations that we find out later on, and that she's the keeper of secrets and information. And when I look back over the season, you know what I'm saying? When I look back over my life, when I look back over the season, I see her hand in the destruction of these marriages. I guess Claire said, if I can't be happy, none of y'all can be happy. I guess that was the spin. I guess that was the take. Not saying that these were good matches, but we didn't need her input to send the ladies over the edge, right? That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Just my opinion. Now let's get to the juice, okay? The after party. If you're not watching the after party or can't watch the after party, I'm so sorry. I'll do my best to try to recap them fully. The first half of it, honestly, was Chloe and Austin and Keisha and her husband, and I didn't care. But the second half, the second half, honey, Cameron came to tell it all. Cameron reminds me of Lauren on the after party because the two of them, they're going to gush. And Becca didn't keep her mouth shut either. If you want to be honest, if we want to keep it a thou wow. Okay. And so, Cameron is spinning this yarn. And I'm like, could it be true? He basically was saying that Claire was a master manipulator. Okay. She managed to kind of curate the responses that they would have with production. He alleges that she told him that you're smarter than me. You can frame this to the producer so that it makes sense and that we come out looking okay, right? And so he says he was fine with it until it came to the desecration of these other marriages. Now, Becca's on the side and she is wearing her Seva cape. Do you hear me? Because she's going to ride for her girls. And so he starts talking, honey. And he's like, I never wanted this to get out. And then proceeds to let the cat out of the bag that he warned Claire, stay out of these people's marriages. The double date was a complete fabrication and a lie. And that if you do this to Brennan, he's got ammunition and can ruin Emily. He says to that, Claire says, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Cheaters got to pay. And so Cameron says, oh, and that's what you say about your friend? Okay. And it's revealed that allegedly Emily cheated on Brennan during the marriage. Now, he confronts Becca on it because Becca was talking big and bad. Said, I have receipts, text messages I can read right now about the things you said, Cameron, that you're going to have to live with, that you're going to have to learn how to sleep at night with. And that's when he kind of flips the script. And Becca co-signs it. Becca says, Emily got drunk one night. She met an Australian man and they made out. It happened, but they were in a bad place. Brennan had been stonewalling her, XYZ. Keisha says, well, they were still married, right? And I mean, you can see from this video, Becca, but what you can't see is her leg shaking, honey. That foot is going to business while Cameron is letting it all out. He said, I didn't want this to get out, but you put it out. You put it out. And look at Keisha's husband looking at him. Y'all, the after party is where it's at. That's where you're going to get the information. That's where you're going to get the tea about all of this. So yeah, allegedly that's what happened. I'm a marriage person though. And I think we don't get anything started until we end a marriage. You know what I'm saying? With third parties. I think it's messy. And I, Emily was in a weak place, but to me, there's no justification for stepping out. She should have left Brennan a long time ago. That's what I got to say about that. The girls are going to ride with the girls, but I don't know if the relationships are going to be precarious after this because Claire got exposed. Emily got exposed and Becca did some of the exposing. She confirmed the cosign. I probably would have pled the fifth. I probably would have said nothing. I probably would have said no comment. That's what I would have said all about my friend. But you guys, that's it. Let me know in the comments below what you thought of this episode of the after party specifically. And if you have not already, what are you doing? Go ahead, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, join the family, go and watch the earlier videos because they were a little litty, if I do say so myself. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.